It is Monday at 5:30 p.m. So you already know what time it is. Let's say it. Another day, another crafty conversation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy to have absolutely everyone to Crafty Conversations, the number one online place for a live conversation about all things crafty, all things creative, and all things events. I am so happy to have you. My name is Crystal. Welcome. I am the owner, creative director, and principal event designer of Poppin' Parties, where every day is a party. And of course, today is no exception. We have so many fun things lined up for you today. And so let's just go over some of the things, right? Today, we're going to talk about and do a live demonstration on how to create an amazing balloon tassel. Now, we're going with helium balloons today. Helium balloons are definitely different than air inflated balloons. So we're going to talk helium balloons. We're going to do some demonstrations, talk about your day of event setup and how we can make it go smooth, right? Also, today, what else are we talking about? Today, we're going to go over, this is going to be fun. We're going to test high float and see if we can come up with an alternative to high float, a cheaper alternative, because every penny counts, right? And so we're going to test an alternative to high float and see if it gives us the same results. Also, we are going to do some really cool things with the Cricut today. We've got some really cool themed party favors, and we're gonna give you something that you could take to your next event, maybe your next corporate client, give you some great ideas as to how to let your guests walk away with some really cute party favors. And then of course, we're gonna do our live Q&A session where you guys can ask me, ask my team, absolutely anything. We are super excited, and it's about that time. It's about that time to bring on your girl, my girl, everyone's girl. Angie, come help me do this. Come help me do this. Hi, everybody. So, I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't even know if you can see behind me right now. But what is an upcoming event? Not event, holiday. What is an upcoming holiday that we have upcoming? Okay, put it in the comment section. Let me know if you know, and maybe you can see behind me. But we're super excited because this week is actually a very hectic week for us. We have about 7 events this week, and 4 of them have a St. Patrick's Day theme. So I gave it away. St. Patrick's Day is what we're doing all week this week. We also have I think a Super Mario Brothers party and some other things lined up. And so we wanted to be festive. Come with me this way. We wanted to be festive. We wanted to really just give you some cool ideas for your tablescape. Go ahead and give all the details. Come up on these details. Give them details on how they can have a festive St. Patrick's themed tablescape. Amanda did an amazing job putting this together. And later on in the show, Sylvia, remind me, I will go over where we got a lot of the little trinkets and items that are on our table. But I don't want to waste your time because time is money, right? And so we've got so many things to go through. And so the first thing that we're going to do is Angie is going to take us through a tutorial on how to create some festive balloon tassels for your giant helium balloons. So what do you have there, Angie?
So I have the tassels already prepared to put them in that. Sorry. So this already, you grab one or half of it, and then you just like, you know, cut it and like this.
Unfold it so
Unfold
they could
it,
see.
yeah. Oh.
So it's essentially a full sheet of tissue paper. And then what you do is you fold it. And then, you take your scissors and you make your fringes. Okay? And so we've got multiple
colors.
Mm-hmm.
We have the gold. I love the gold.
The gold is really cool. I especially love the shiny gold.
Yes. And we have white and we have green.
Because we're sticking with our St. Patrick's Day theme.
Okay. So what you do on these caves.
What do you need? A balloon?
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab you one.
So we're going to have... So there's a couple of ways that you can do it, but however works for you, but I think this works for me. So what you can do, you can either fold it. You can do like a simple hold on. This goal is like kind of, okay, you fold it, and then usually sometimes I cut this so it will be more like so it won't be have that difficult, and I'm gonna cut it.
And by the way, guys, Angie makes the most amazing tassels. Like, so she makes them really nice. I'm gonna cut it
so you don't have that kind of all over. Okay, so there's two ways, but I'm going to show you these. This one is like a little bit more. So what you're going to do, you're going to fold it. Hold on. I'm going to start with the white one, because so you fold it, okay, a couple of times. Then you're gonna make sure these goes like in the middle so it can cover. And then you're gonna staple. Okay.
And you want to make sure you get that the string on it, right?
Yes.
Around how many staples do you want to do, Angie?
Like 2. This all depends on what okay, so that's one. And then you go to the next one. And like you said, you like fold it. And then you go to the next one. Make sure it's like, it's not all the way up. It's just like in the not half of it, but maybe a little bit longer. So do the same procedure, like the same thing. There we go. And then you go with the green one and do the same thing until you have results. Okay. There we go.
Okay. And so we're getting the pattern, we're getting the flow of how it goes. Angie, we're gonna let her keep on working on this. How do you make them fluffy? Is there a bend in each one of these?
So, so what I sometimes, you know, when I if I want to make it like a little bit like kind of like together, this is what I do. So
Show
I
us.
open it. And this is the way, the longer way, meaning that you don't have to put piece by piece, but you can do like this. Like I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just gonna show you. Okay. Like that, and then you can do the same thing in here, and then when you do that, you can do the same over here or bottom. It doesn't matter.
So
However you wanna-
essentially, instead of horizontally attaching it, you're giving it a little bit more length, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's a really cool method.
see, and then you can just like put it together. It's a different ways to do it. It's just like whatever is more comfortable for you and faster. Whenever you at the party, you know, sometimes you know you don't have that like extra stuff, like extra steps to do one by one. So this is for me. It works easier like this.
Well, here's the thing. Wouldn't we suggest doing this before you get to the event? Okay.
Yeah.
This is one of those things, and you know, if you've joined us for the past few weeks, if you follow us online, if you follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever the case, we're always like dropping little nuggets and letting you know how we like to do things. And by the way, just in case you don't know, we execute events. We're an event planning agency. We have multiple event services. So we definitely have a lot of experience under our belts. And we've done a lot of events. Literally since our inception, we've done a couple thousand events. We stay very, very busy. And so this is all about us sharing the information that we know with you guys, that so hopefully it's gonna help you at your next event. So this is a detail, and like as far as like our event design goes, I don't like to, you know, sacrifice anything on details, right? So I'm always sure that we event prep and we do as much as we can in our event prep before we get there the day of, because typically, you know, at the event, you're on a time crunch. There's only so much time to set up. So this is going to be a detail. If we have a lot of these at the event, this is going to be a detail that I'm going to save for the actual, you know, actually not doing it at the event, and making sure that this is prepped ahead of time, because you could have these tassels already done and then you just leave some length at the top and the bottom, and then that is going to allow you to add your balloon weight and then add, you know, your balloon at the top, or it could come fully done, right?
Yeah.
Like this can go on the truck just like this, and then you just pull it out and they're done. Let's grab the high float and bring it over here. And so we're beginning something really nice here. This is gonna come together. It's gonna be really pretty, and it's gonna go with our festivities. Okay?
YEP lip gloss says love it.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you.
And we can use this too.
Well,
So-
yeah, that's what we're not done, right?
Okay.
That's why you gotta stay tuned in. We're not done. Like this is level 1, and you gotta stay with us to level 10, okay? And so we're gonna show you another method for balloon tassels, and we are going to go through some more ideas, tips, and tricks for you guys. So follow me this way. If you're just joining us, my name is Crystal. I'm the owner, creative director of Poppin' Parties, right? And so what I want to do with you is just show you this amazing tablescape. Can we swipe through this? Because if they haven't seen this, they need to take this in. Our very own Amanda did this earlier today, and we just want to get you guys in the festive mood of getting in that St. Patrick's Day spirit, right? The St. Patrick's Day spirit. And this is a beautiful tablescape, and she did an amazing job. And just so you know, we have a video out on YouTube right now. It's called 4 Secrets to a Stunning Tablescape. And if you go to our YouTube and you subscribe, hit subscribe on our YouTube, because on our YouTube, that's where we do even more tips and tricks than we do on any other social media platform. You put in Poppin' Parties and then look in our recent history, you're gonna see 4 secrets to a stunning tablescape. And if you follow those steps, your next tablescape could totally look like this. And so I'm super excited for you guys to check that out. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we are going to do a little test, okay? If you're in the balloon world and you know about helium, first off, one thing that you will learn if you haven't learned about dealing with helium is typically it can be harder to find, okay? It's expensive. And so I want to provide you with some ways to make your helium go further, right? And so one way, by the way, and this is a helium tank. I don't know if you guys can get into that. But the nozzle on your helium tank is very important, okay? Now, unfortunately, this isn't an example of one, but there are such things as 60-40 nozzles. And so what is a 60-40 nozzle? A 60-40 nozzle is a nozzle that is already prepared to give you 60% helium and 40% air, okay? So that's gonna take the helium in your tanks way further and allow you to not have to fill up so much, okay? And remember, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. We're here, we're ready to answer y'all's questions and really interact with you guys and see what your questions are. Now, the second way you can make your balloons go further, your heliums, is a product called High Float. Okay, so that is High Float, and you can see that High Float, it already comes with a beautiful nozzle that's gonna allow you to insert your balloon right then and there. And what is High Float? Before we do that, what is High Float? High Float is a patented liquid solution that dries inside of latex helium-filled balloons to form a coating that's gonna help hold the helium, and a single squirt allegedly makes it last 25 times longer. Okay, I use that word allegedly, right? And see, that's why we're here. We're here to make the alleged not alleged, okay? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a test. We're gonna test High Float. We're gonna have 3 balloons, okay? We're gonna do one 100% helium filled. We're gonna do one according to the directions of High Float. And then I was doing a little searching online, okay? I was doing a little searching online, and you know, where there's a will, there's a way, right? And so I was like, is there an alternative to High Float? what is a product that maybe could work? And as I was searching online, this is what I found. That washable clear glue allegedly is an alternative to high flow. So we're gonna put these, we're gonna use all of these. We're gonna do one helium filled, one high flow, and one clear flow. So let's just go over how to insert that high flow. I think we need one more 17-inch balloon.
17?
A white.
Okay, so you're gonna go just all the way up, all the way down, and then you're just gonna hit a pump. Okay, check it out. You're gonna squeeze round. Okay, and then
Make sure it gets distributed, right?
yes, make sure everything is in everywhere.
Okay, we've got 17. Do you have a string?
Yes.
So, Sylvia, can you tie this, or can you tie it so she can move to the next one? So now you're gonna do the washable clear glue.
Okay, we're gonna try.
We're gonna
So
try.
we're gonna go ahead and put it all the way down.
And don't be afraid to ask your questions. Put it in the comment section and let us know what's on your mind. Talk to us. Talk to us.
David asks, what is your favorite kind of event to plan?
Ooh, that's a great question, David. Okay, so David asks, what is your favorite type of event to plan? Oh goodness. It is hard for me to answer that. I can't give an answer. Like, oh goodness. My favorite type of event, first off, my team knows how I am about questions because I like to answer them honestly. I love an event. It's not a type of event. I love an event with multiple things happening. I love an event where you've got like elements of amazing food, amazing drinks, amazing entertainment, live music, awesome decor. I like any type of event. This could be a kid party, a corporate event, a birthday party where there's multiple things happening, and you know the guest experience is just super interesting and very, very cool. So thank you, David, for that question. Now you have to do the all helium one.
So we got a couple people. Arnessa is back. She says,
Arnessa, thank you for coming back. We
So-
appreciate it.
she says, do you add glitter to balloons?
That is a great question. Now, glitter, okay. Oh, first off, are you talking Now, first off, are you talking about inside the balloon or outside the balloon? And so, I would do glitter on the outside. Yeah, remember when we did glitter? Because not only did we do glitter on the balloons on the outside, and when we're starting to prep for Christmas, we can show you like some tips and tricks on how to like up your ornaments. But we put glitter on the outside. Did we seal it?
Yeah. So So it's a different. Maybe you can do the clear balloons. We done the clear balloons, and we put like glitter inside,
But where I'm talking about outside.
outside.
Yeah, on
She
the
says
outside of it.
inside.
She says inside.
Inside.
Okay, because then I can answer your question because we wouldn't use glitter on the inside. We would use confetti. Can you grab that confetti? You know the confetti that's at the corner of the balloon room?
Yeah.
In the first bin. We wouldn't do glitter. We would do confetti. Okay, because the confetti pieces are bigger, and then additionally, you don't want to get the heavy confetti. She's gonna bring out the type of confetti you need to use, but it's gotta be a very light confetti. It's almost like a foil confetti, because you definitely want to use high float. Okay, when you do the confetti inside of the balloon, you add the high float in there so it sticks to the outside. Excuse me, to the inside of the balloon. So get in and show them this confetti. This is the type of confetti you want to get. It's super light. It's not that heavy confetti. And this kind is okay too, but this is the type of confetti that's made from tissue paper, not the kind of confetti that's made from like a heavier stock paper. Because then if you use a heavy confetti, it's not gonna look right. It's gonna sink all to the bottom of your balloon, and it's not gonna stick because you need to use a little high float in there too to get the confetti to stick to the outside of the balloons. Okay, go ahead, Angie.
Now, if so, the confetti. Do you wanna to look the confetti from inside, or or this is just like for a baby shower that you wanna pop the balloon and the confetti comes out like. So what it's for?
She says, "Oh, I've been using glitter instead of that." She didn't know. I think she didn't know about that type of confetti paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the glitter is for is when you pop up the balloon, or
I think she didn't know like that those exist.
those.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
She thought it was real glitter.
No, and you can make these with that. There's some
Hole puncher?
Yeah, the hole puncher. You can do it too. You know, cheaper.
Celebrations by Bernice on TikTok says, "How do you store your balloons?"
That is a great question. Celebrations by Bernice. Welcome. I don't think we've had a question from you before. So thank you for asking. So, okay. We have these bins that we get from Uline. And of course this is gonna be way better visually. But hand me one of those bins so she can see. Bring two of them so she can see how they're stackable. So she's going to grab some of the bins. And so we have a balloon room, and this is like a room that's dedicated to our storage of our balloon inventory. And what we do is we store them. And first off, it's important to store them in a cool place because balloons don't last forever. And I learned that the hard way. And here are those bins, okay? So these are amazing stackable bins that you can get from Uline. And so what we do is stack them by color and then by size.
And by
Brands, okay? And so essentially like this color of pink would have a 5, a 9, a 16, and a 36. And we use these for so many different things, these bins, but our balloon room is full of them. And I like them because they're open, you can grab what you need, and then we have a system as to how we organize them, the unopened ones in the back. And so it works for us. Please remember, like I said, keep your balloons in a cool place in the summer, and in the winter, don't overheat them because balloons do not last forever.
Bella Julia asks,
Hello, Bella.
she's back. How come you guys are not at the float event sponsored by the Prima Animal Company?
Okay, so Bella, wow. Do you work for Flow? No, I'm joking. But here's the deal. I actually just learned about it today. Okay. I don't know everything. And that's why we have friends like you guys. We should be there, right? Like we should totally be there. Like Rep and Crafty Conversations. We're gonna look into that for next year. Are there any other balloon conventions that y'all go to? Because I literally saw that on Instagram today and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I saw that it was like sold out and they're, talking about next year already. And so maybe that needs to be something that we all need to do, right? I actually just clicked follow on them today. So thank you for giving me the heads up about that because that's something that we will check out. Okay, you got another one?
One last question on TikTok. What does the glue in the balloon do?
Okay, what does the glue in the balloon do? Okay, so what the glue, get out high float. What we're doing with the glue is we're trying to mimic high float, okay? And are you familiar with high float? If you're not familiar, what high float is, it's a patented liquid that you put in here. Now, we're not talking about air-filled balloons, okay? We're talking about helium, okay? This is a liquid that if you put it in your balloon and you spread it around the balloon, it lets your balloon float longer. If you don't know, helium balloons only last about 12 to 20 hours, depending on the size of the balloon. And so if you add high float, this is going to make your balloon last longer. But what we're doing with the glue is we're looking up, high float is expensive, okay? And so we're looking for an alternative, a cheaper alternative to high float, because I did a little bit of research and somebody said that Elmer's washable clear glue is an alternative, a cheaper alternative to high float. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in the work for you, okay? And so if you follow us, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a 3-day test. We're gonna do a 3-day test. We have a helium filled balloon, we have a high float filled balloon, and a washable clear glue, and we're gonna test and see, does this even work, right? Does this even work? Does this make the balloons last longer? So that's what we're doing with the glue, is we're looking for a cheaper alternative. Okay. So
We need questions. Come on. Get some questions.
let's go,
all
right?
your questions answered. Here, that's what we're here for.
That's what
Come
we're
on.
here for. And we're also here to give you guys some amazing tips and tricks for your next event. We ourselves are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. All week we have some corporate clients who are getting some St. Patrick's Day events. Ooh, I can talk about the menus. We're doing like some Guinness beef braised sliders. We're doing some Irish grilled cheese sandwiches. We're doing some blackberry and bacon grilled cheese sandwiches. We're doing some vegan tomato basil soup, shooters. We're doing Guinness beer. We're doing leprechaun cocktails. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm hungry.
Speaking of a cocktail, is it St. Patrick's Day without a shake? Ooh, we got a Shake Your Shamrock Irish whiskey. Let me get that other one. Irish whiskey cocktail. And so, should I come this way? No? Yeah, like this.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, not that one yet. I want the third one of these. Sorry.
Oh.
So, this is a cute option. Easy option for you to take to your next client. Who would not want to walk away with this? If you don't want to walk away with this, now I don't want to hang out with you. Okay? A little Bailey, a little hen.
Ooh.
Like, now listen, we got this. We could have got some Irish. We could have did it. But you know what? They were out of Irish whiskey. Okay? But you get the point. You get the point. All you need to do is add ice. And what we did was bought these beautiful gold Cups. Guess where I got them from? Wally World, Walmart, okay? You see the power of Cricut? The power of customizing something, making it your own. These were from Walmart.
That's really nice.
And isn't it nice?
Yes.
This is a great, I would totally go home, make a cocktail, and more importantly, when I went home, I would still be thinking about what an amazing gift this was, right?
Yes.
And so we customized this, and all you need to do is add ice, do some Baileys, do some Hennessy. We could have added a little cocktail card in there as well.
From Celebrations by Bernice, she has a couple questions.
Okay.
How soon do you prep for arches before an event? And also, do you add vinyl to balloons?
Oh, well, Bernice, you weren't here last week. Because if you were here last week, that's what we went over. We went over how to vinyl a balloon. I think on YouTube right now, we have a video that's about how to vinyl a balloon, and it's a quick one. It's like 6 steps in 1 minute. That's why following us is like the most amazing thing that you could ever do, because we're always gonna give you tidbits and information. But your questions are really good. Yes, we do. In fact, okay, before I show you what's behind me. Okay, your question was, how far ahead do you prep for your arches? You would be very, 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 very surprised how far ahead you can prep for your arches. If we have a busy week, we can have tons of balloon orders. And no, we're not gonna blow up all the balloons in one day. We're gonna pace ourselves and make sure that, we are pacing ourselves to produce what we need to produce for that week. So you're safe at least a week ahead of time. Okay, you're safe at least a week ahead of time. I would ask, is the arch inside? Is it outside? Whatever the case is. And just to give you an example, come here. Like I said, we did this last week, and we did it the week before. And you guys be careful. And just to give you an idea, this balloons has been over 2 weeks, and they look great. Okay. They look absolutely great. It's been over 2 weeks on those. And that has balloon shine on it. If you go to our Crafty Conversations on our YouTube 2 weeks ago, we did a test. That's why following us, there's always something to learn. We did a test on balloon shine. We tested the most expensive balloon shine. We did a tire shine, and we did a cooking spray to see what worked best. Go to the video to find out what that was. But I say that because we did not put balloon shine on this. So that's why you might see a difference in these, but it's been over a week. They're perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them. The reason I would ask about if it's inside or outside, just in how you blow it up. But I would say at least a week. You could do at least a week ahead of time.
The vinyl.
Vinyl.
And then vinyl, and you see the vinyl, it's still good. It's still good. It's still great. And this is what we went over the last conversation that we had. Okay. And so, yeah, be careful. But that was a great question. Thank you for asking. All right. So where are we at, Sylvia?
Still in the party favors.
Okay. So you have another one?
I do. From It's a Sweet Occasion. When you started your business, did you start out offering all these services, or did you work your way up to them?
That's a great question. It's a sweet occasion. Thank you for coming back. I think you've been here every week. We appreciate that. Okay, so that is a great question. No, I did not start off doing all the services. And by the way, I wouldn't suggest starting off and doing all the services. Really what happened is I started doing it, and then I just discovered that I had a passion for all different areas. And not only did I have a passion, but I realized that in a lot of ways, like, there were things I saw that I could do certain things better, and I wanted to do them because, the client was my client, and I'm guaranteeing the service. And you guys know how it is sometimes. Like, when you're counting on certain vendors to come through for you, you're putting your name out there, and maybe sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. So that's how I started to get into like the multiple services type thing, and that's what makes my agency different, but as well, that's what makes it difficult too. But at the end of the day, I love what I do, I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm serious about making sure that my clients have an experience that I guarantee from beginning to end.
Preach.
Preach. Amen to that.
Amen.
Amen to that. So now we're going to get back to balloon tassels. So
Okay.
can you start on this other, I'll grab it for you. Can you start on this other balloon tassel?
Yes.
Oh,
Ornessa says, what balloon brand is your favorite? What's the best brand for outdoor events?
that is a great, great question. And lucky for you, Arnessa, no balloon brand is sponsoring me. So you are going to get a true answer. I would say I'm going to give you two brands. The two brands I think are the best balloons for outdoor use are Qualitex and Tuftex, okay? I really, at this point, that's 90% of what we buy is Qualitex, Tuftex, and those are going to give you the best quality, and they have the best track record for me. All right, so we're going to go to a different type of balloon tail.
So this is a tail.
Yes.
Okay. So you can pick this one. I think this is the easier way. Okay. Not fluffier, but you know, it's they call it like a curtain, right? So you just grab whatever color you want, and you do the same procedure of the other one, right? So it okay, and you staple it. Make sure your staple is good. There we go. You have to do like okay. There we go. Now you can cut this because it's like more. So there we go.
Okay. And so this is we could have totally made the tail longer, and you could see what I like to do when using helium balloons. Okay. If we're talking about event design and we're talking about cool focal points of decor, I like using helium balloons. By the way, we only blew these up about 30 inches, okay? This I would dare say is about 28, okay? So this could be way, way, way bigger. But I like to use heliums really high in a setup so that like when you walk in the room, like you see multiple of them. I like to use them at different levels. And in this case, this is a great option because the tail is so long, you know? The tail is so long, and so this could look really cool. And we would probably like tie this somehow, hide that part of it, depending on like what the theme is and that sort of thing. But you know, you can get really creative with balloon tails too. Can you pull out that vine so that we could show them that too? This one? No, in the box right there. How we could use those for balloon tails as well. So, that's just another way. It's okay. Another cool thing you could do with your heliums is you can use, this is just some, what do you call this, ivy? I don't even know if it's called ivy. Or maybe it's ivy. This is another option you have for a balloon tail. So maybe you have an enchanted garden theme maybe you know, it's something that involves greenery, you can easily attach this to your balloon, and it's a great option for your balloon tail.
Okay, question from Bar None Balloon Decor.
Okay.
Will my vinyl begin to bubble if I put it on the night before the event? I'm afraid air will seep out overnight.
That's a great question, bar none. Nice to meet you. We haven't heard that name in the live before. Thank you for joining us. No, because as long as you do it right and you don't pierce it, you will be good. That's why I really suggest you using good brands for your vinyl and for your transfer tape. We have had many headaches about using off-brand vinyls or transfer tapes that lead to just a hot mess, right? But I mean, we consistently, in fact, I would suggest doing your vinyls the day before, even 2 days before. Okay, I'm lying there. A day before, because you don't want to do it the day of the event. You have to like do so many things, and like the detail of doing that, especially if you have a big order, you have multiple orders on that day. We have never had a vinyl that was put on correctly pop a balloon. Were you saying something?
I was gonna say air-filled balloons definitely won't lose their, but helium may seep out.
Okay.
As long as you tie that.
Okay. So what? Okay. So that's actually a good point. So I was unaware if Barnum was talking about helium or air-filled. I was assuming it was air-filled, but I get that there's a helium balloon right next to me. So I was talking about air-filled. Now helium, I wouldn't do the day before because it's helium. It only lasts 12 to 24 to 20 hours anyway. You see what I'm saying? So helium, you want it, the actual balloon, you want to do as close to the event as possible because you want it to last a long time for your client, okay? But air-filled, if we're strictly talking vinyl, air-filled, you can get away with doing it before. Thank you, team.
Yes.
See, they keep me on track. Okay, so now.
Joshua said, "Great job, ladies."
Well, thank you, Joshua. It is so great to know that you support poppin' parties. We appreciate you. But can you hand me that other balloon? There you go. And just so you can see, here's a couple of balloons, tassel, and you know what? Can you work on that tassel? Do you still have those tassels the other way you said to do it?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The long way, so they can get an idea of different options. Did you have something?
Yeah, from might be pronouncing it wrong. From Israelair, it says, "What size balloons do you have?"
What size balloons? Okay, well let's talk about standard balloon sizes. Standard, you're gonna have your 5-inch, you're gonna have your 9 or 11-inch, you're gonna have your 16 or 17-inch, and then you're gonna have some brands have a 24-inch, and then some brands have a 36-inch. So put it this way: if you're making a garland, the best, in my opinion, organic looking garland is the kind that involves all sizes, with the exception of maybe the 24-inch, which you don't really need, which you could use, but you don't really need. Personally, I think 24-inch balloons are overpriced. But so there's an array of sizes. It really depends on what's your look. What is the look that you're going for? What I would suggest you do is go to our YouTube, okay? I have a video on our YouTube right now called the 5 Essential Tips for Planning a Stress-Free Event. And in this video, we go over the process of like understanding the vision of your client and the vision that you need to communicate to your team so that you can do things like create mock-ups, mood boards, and mock-ups to already understand what sizes you need, right? So meaning you would already have that figured out because you would know what look you're going for, and then you would then know what you need to create that look. So that's a great question. So 5-inch 911, which is basically the same size, 16-17, which is basically the same size, 24 and 36-inch balloons. Okay, so I want to sort of go down this table and talk to you guys about a few different places where I got some of this stuff. You have another question?
One last balloon question.
Come closer.
What from Arnessa? What are the most popular flowers used in balloon decor?
Okay, so that's a great question. Now, if we're talking about, okay, it's gonna be hard to talk brand, okay, of flowers, but let's just talk fake versus real, okay? Fake flower versus real flower. So what I'm going to say is that the most popular type is going to be your fox floral because it's reusable, okay? And so, like, you could totally use real flowers if you want to in your balloon design, but as a business person, unless your client specifically suggests it, I wouldn't suggest it because you want to build your inventory, okay? Like, you could see right behind me, you guys can sort of see this is one side of all of the faux floral that we have. Maybe if you come on this side, you could see it. There's also some that is in some other boxes in our storage and on the wall. And so, you know, we're also going to be doing very, very soon some videos on building your inventory and how to build your inventory and how to build it so that you can use it and then it's then a rental later on down the road for you. That's why you got to follow us specifically on YouTube and subscribe, because this is the type of information and the type of content that we're creating. So I would do floral, but then you're gonna want, when you're sticking floral inside of balloons, you want something with a stem. Can you hand me those orchids over there? Oh, also look at our crafty conversation. Was it last week where we stuck the orchids? We did a look last week. It was beautiful. It was an all white beautiful look. That's why you gotta tune in Mondays at 5:30. We're consistent, y'all. And so we did a monochromatic look. It was beautiful. It was all white. And then we used all white orchids, okay? And so you could see with this orchid, and no, this is not real, by the way. But when you have these long stems, this gives you like a good base to stick inside of the balloons. And then, you know, you can mess with it and it can, you know, you could get really organic and creative with the design. And so I would use the faux floral, and I would, there's no rule. Like pompous is a really nice stem to stick inside. Hydrangeas are really pretty. There's tons of different ways you could go. Okay. So now let's walk through this setup. Okay. Getting close, because I don't know if you guys see the details. Look at these guys right here. How cute are they? Can anyone tell me where they think we got them from? These were on sale. These were 60% off. These were from Joanne Fabrics. Now, this right here, how cute is this? Very cute, very festive. This was Michael's. Believe it or not, this right here, this was Michael's, but I think it was the same. I don't know if it was Christmas or it was St. Patrick's Day. We have a lot of Michael's on this table. Another Joann's fabric here. This was Joann's fabric over here. These here were Hobby Lobby. And I think these were a mix here of like Hobby Lobby and Michael's. So essentially we've got like Michael's, we've got Joann Fabric, we've got Hobby Lobby, just a lot of cute little knickknacks. And these are things that I'll get over time, and they just really come in handy, especially when you have a holiday like St. Patrick's Day, which is literally, you're going to have 1 week where you're going to have St. Patrick's Day parties. And it's a blessing to be able to have an inventory of stuff that we are able to pull from. Do you have a question?
Before we get into this, where to get the best price for balloons?
Okay, where do you get the best price for balloons? That's a great question. And so, okay, so I'm gonna say 2 places. I'm gonna say Bargain Balloons online, and then I'm gonna say All American Balloons online. But make sure you sign up for a professional account, because I think you get like 5 or 10% more than if you were to just shop on there. And so those are our go-to places for balloons. Man, this is great information, right? This is great information. This is why you need to always meet us here Monday at 5:30. This is why you need to follow us. This is why you need to subscribe to us on YouTube. Like, come on, we're doing this together. This is Crafty Conversations, all things crafty, all things events. I told you we're gonna answer your questions. How amazing. Okay, so come here, Angie. We gotta check in on you. We gotta check in on you. You're over there creating greatness and you're not sharing with us. So now look, I think I like this the best.
Yeah, I prefer this one. And
This looks fuller.
yeah, and this is like yeah, I like this one.
This is fuller and it's easier. Okay, so let me show y'all the comparison. Okay, so we were playing with balloon tails and balloon tassels, and we did a method where we cinched at the top, and then I don't know how to explain this method, but you can sort of see it, right? You cinch, you staple, and then you go down, and then you sort of like fluff, and it gives you a layered effect. But then Angie said she likes to do it. Do you have a piece? Can you bring us that piece so we can show them?
Yeah, and for me, I think when we do this, I think it works for us. I think it's better, and I think it looks fuller. So what I do is, depends on the colors that we're gonna use. I usually do a couple of colors like together. Give me that one, please. So I do this, okay? I put them together, and then I do another layer with the other colors. And
So
different
two,
colors.
and two.
2 and 2, and then put the string. Either you can glue it, you can do whatever. I staple it today, but I usually glue mine whenever we have a party, so I won't, you know. The staples, it's okay, but I think it's more secure for us because we do it a day before or 2 days before, so we don't have to be like in the event like rushing, because these takes time.
Right.
And I do I do these a little bit thinner, and a little bit more further to the end.
So basically she's saying Amanda didn't do a good job.
No, he did. No, he did.
Amanda's gone now, y'all. We can talk about her.
So, me personally, I guess it's just me, but I just do a little bit thinner, like, you know, layers thinner, so you can have that more fuller. It can be more fuller. This is a little bit thicker, and but you can do either way.
And you can see the difference. Can y'all see the difference in the balloon tails? This one is definitely thicker than that one. So just based off of seeing it, I'd say I would go with this one. Tell us in the comment section which style tail, and let's bring this one in too. Which style of balloon tail do you prefer? 1, 2, or 3? I'm gonna go with number 2. And that's just my personal preference.
3.
You're going with 3?
Yep.
That's her personal preference. But you can see, you can get creative. By the way, you could also buy these. You can also buy these straight off of Etsy.
Expensive.
They're expensive, exactly. We're trying to give you alternatives, but sometimes you're on a time crunch.
Yeah, a lot of people saying two.
Two is the winner, Angie. Two is the winner, Angie. This is like full. This is amazing. This is all of that. So we like this style.
And you can do these like this, so it can give you that shape, and then you do the opposite, and then you glue it, and then you put the other one on top. Another.
Oh, that's interesting. So what she's saying, can y'all see that? She's saying you put one way.
like this.
So it's folded, you guys, okay? This is folded together. So it's gonna make it even thicker. Then you put this way and you glue it. I see why you would glue it. That makes sense.
Yeah, you glue it with the whatever you're gonna use. These. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So you glue it together, or however you want to do it. It's just easy. And then you put another one, the other color, whatever colors you want. One, but I usually personally use two colors the same on the same size, and then two other colors on the other side. So that will give you the full.
Gotcha.
So and then you can do it on top or whatever, however you want to do it. But this is, see, it just already.
I
like,
love
with
it.
two-
I
with
love
two,
it.
If you know, it give you that fullness. Like it just, I like it.
I love it.
From It's a Sweet Occasion, I also use plastic tablecloths to make them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plastic tablecloths work. What I've seen, the tablecloth might be a little bit heavier than the tissue paper.
Yeah.
Just a little
For that-
bit.
For that, yeah, because you. Okay, so if you put too much, and your balloon is.
It can weigh your balloon
It
down.
can be, yeah. So it's not gonna get. So it has to be not too heavy.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good tip. Tablecloth, you know how you can buy the tablecloth from Party City or Amazon, whatever the case is. You strip it. They're bigger sheets. And that's a great tip. Thank you for sharing.
Dollar Tree, that's the best.
Dollar Tree, you heard it from Angie. Okay, so before we get into our live Q&A section, and the great part is that we're Q&A all day, baby. We're Q&A all day. And thank you to all the friends that we've made since Crafty Conversation was born. We've made a lot of different friends, and y'all have been supporting us online. Please let people know about this community that we're building, because it's full of beautiful people like you. And this is the #1 online place for a live conversation about all things crafty. Where else are you gonna go? Right? You're gonna come right here. How cute is this? Stop playing, okay? Stop playing, okay? If I go to a party, yeah, I want a party, but I want to walk away with a crafty cocktail. Crafty Convo has crafty cocktails, okay? Look at this little Casamigos, okay? It's everything you need. You got a little strawberry margarita mix, okay? You got your lime for your freshness. You got your cup, because it's St. Patrick's Day. Of course you need a rainbow, right? You've got all you need. All you need is a little bit of ice, a little bit of love, and this. And can you put this in our setup, Angie, so they could see how if they go to YouTube and go to our 4 secrets of a stunning tablescape video, they can make a tablescape just like this, and then you can put your cocktails, your favors right on the table as well. And when you're done with that, Angie, grab our other favors too. Oh, this looks great. This looks great. Okay, we're moving into our Q&A session.
Anna asks, would you recommend using edible glitter for the drinks?
Ooh, edible glitter, yes. Well, first off, Anna, I wouldn't use non-edible glitter. Okay, Anna, I definitely wouldn't use non-edible glitter. So I'm gonna say yes to edible glitter for your drinks. We did a bridal shower. It was beautiful. And it was sort of like that all white look that we did last week. And we had a martini there. And it was good. I feel like it had like vanilla in it. It had like vanilla vodka. And it was sort of like almost like a cloudy white. But then we added the pearlesque glitter. Oh my goodness. It was beautiful. Do you remember that drink?
Yes.
It was tasty. It was beautiful. And especially when you're at an event, you know, it's not just about having a drink. It's about having a special drink. It's about having something that you want to remember with your loved ones. Any other questions out there? Put it in the comment section. Let me know, what are your questions? That's what we're here for. Sylvia, you have another one?
Yes. Levi asks, what would be a good budget for an office St. Patrick's Day event?
Oh. Okay, so that's a great question. So a good budget, listen, it's going to depend on the amount of people, okay? It's going to depend on the amount of people. And budget, I don't know where the party is. I don't know how many people the party is for. And are there food? Is there drinks? Is there entertainment? Is there all of those things? Here's the great thing. And this is something I'm so excited about. Just talked to the team about this earlier today. We are going to do a budget breakdown series where we break down a budget and what you need and what is included for like different budget ranges. So, Levi, what I would suggest is you follow us and subscribe to us so that you don't miss out on that information. And then if you message us, I can give you even more detail. And I just have questions. To get down to what that budget is. Any other questions?
What's your favorite cocktail?
Oh,
All of them?
that's not true. All of them, I do not like Bloody Marys, okay? I do not like Bloody Marys. Okay, my favorite cocktail, man, it is really, really hard. I love a good old fashioned, okay? I like a nice Woodford's Reserve, 1792, you know, old fashioned. If I'm going for something sweet, I love a nice lemon drop martini with a sugar rim, a nice smooth vodka, the tart from the lemon. Like, ooh, those are really, really good. I mean, there's a lot. We could be here all day. So, I like a great margarita. You know,
It goes on and on.
it goes on and on and on and on and on. So, there's a lot of different ways we could go with that. You put in the other. Oh, look how cute that looks. Outside of the hat. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing.
Dolores asks, do you hold before event tastings for the client to approve?
Wow, Dolores. Okay. Yes, we do for a charge. We definitely do. Like, that's something that, you know, you can get added onto your package and that we can totally do. We're here for our clients to make the experience something that they really, really enjoy. They really, really like. Our catering team is amazing. And we do really, really beautiful spreads and all of that. So that is totally something that we can do. You guys, we throw great events. That's why we're here. We're not here we didn't just start an Instagram account and say we're going to have a crafty conversation. We actually are stopping what we're doing. We have a week full of events, thank God, this week. And, you know, this is just something, after 10 years in business, I was like, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's start a community of people like us that, you know, want to share with information and are just super passionate about what they do, because I'm super passionate about what I do. And I love, you know, being around people like that, for sure. Any other questions, put it in the comment section.
Brittany asks, what is an ideal time frame to book for an event? How much time in advance?
Oh, that's a great question. Here's the deal. For poppin' parties, I'm going to say 6 to 8 weeks. I'm going to say 6 to 8 weeks. It really depends on the size and the scale of your event. Are we able to do quicker? Yes, we're able to do quicker because we're an event agency. And all we do is events. And is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? Is that like the most is that what we want to do? Not necessarily, but we have a process as to how we set up our events. And so we like a time to be able to give you the best experience possible. Okay, what's our time at, you guys?
6:50.
We're doing so good. We're doing so good on time. We're almost there. Any last questions? Y'all put it in the comment section. Let us know.
Wanda asks, how do you prioritize your time while working on multiple projects at once?
Okay, she asked, how do I prioritize my time by working on multiple projects at once? First off, I have a team. I know I make it look easy, but it's not just me. We have a team of people here at Poppin' Party. So luckily, we're able to have multiple people working on multiple things, and I'm able to oversee everything that's happening. Therefore, this then allows us to have multiple projects, whether that be in a week or on the same day, all of that. So that is how we are able to optimize our time, my time, and make sure that we have multiple things happening at once.
And Lisa Cardinal says the best team.
Lisa, we will be there tomorrow for lunch, okay? We will be there tomorrow for lunch, and we are so excited about our Casino Royale party that we are planning with you guys. We are going to do something super, super amazing, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Any other questions? Okay, you guys, this was real. This was fun. This was real fun, okay? This was real fun. Take another look at this table. Get into this. Get into this. This is your last chance. No, it's not. But go on our YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. We're cooking up some amazing content right now. Valuable content, informative content for you guys, okay? Like, you don't want to miss out on what that content is. We're not going to waste your time. We're going to get straight to it. Do you have another question?
Yeah, from Bella Julia. How many people do you have to have on your team if you're starting your business?
That's a great question. That's a great question. So she said, how many people do you have to have on your team when you're starting a business? I would say that depends on the size and the scale of your projects. It also depends on really the size and scale of what you're doing, because the advice I would give to somebody who's just starting out is to work on building your clientele up first. Work on building your clientele up, building your team up, but at the same time, don't overwhelm yourself at the event. So, like, when I first started, my team only showed up if I needed help at the party, right? Like, they weren't working full time. They weren't working 24/7 on our projects. It was something where it was like, I was doing everything. And by the way, I still do everything, so it never ends. But I was doing everything. And then the day of, I needed manpower, right? I needed manpower to help, because certain things, like I said, depending on the size and the scale of your project, are going to require people. But here's the deal. Like, we have a lot of people in our community who are event planners, who are just starting out their business, okay? And I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to help you on your journey and to tell you some of the mistakes that I made, you know? That way you guys don't have to make the same mistakes. So thank you for that question, because other people are benefiting because you asked that question.
And she also asked, and what type of vehicle would you get for this type of business?
Okay, so now, listen, everybody's laughing because, okay, so let's talk about I started well, I don't want to rabbit trail, but I started with a Kia Optima. Then I went, or I think it was a Nissan, I can't remember. But here's the funny part. I'm not gonna give you my car history, but put it this way. As my car got bigger, we learned how to stuff more and more in it. And so if I would suggest something to start, I would suggest like a van, like a cargo van, okay? Because you can get in the van that we're doing now, I know to the T, you can shut that door and get 40 feet of balloon in there, okay? I got it down, I got it measured. Now, no joke, no lie, we've had projects where we needed a semi. We needed a semi truck, and we literally stuffed the whole thing with balloons. But those are things that you can rent per project, right? You can rent those things as you and charge for those things per your project, okay? And so the first thing I would do is get a van, gut that baby out so you could stick those balloons in there, and it's gonna give you a lot. It's gonna give you, 40 feet is a good amount of balloons, and you're gonna be able to do a lot with that size of a vehicle. Great questions, you guys. Okay, so let's already mark our calendars. Oh, let me say this too. We have a PDF that we've made that if you email info, I-N-F-O, at poppinpartieshouston.com, we will email you this PDF of our last YouTube video, which is Event Planning 101, 5 tips to a stress-free event, okay? This costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to go subscribe to us. It costs you nothing to watch the video, and it costs you nothing to email us for this PDF, okay? We're giving you all this great information for you guys so you can use that for your own party, event, business, that sort of thing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Guess what? We hit 20K on IG. Thank you. Because I'm already assuming everybody on this live is also following us on Instagram. Okay? And so the next Crafty Conversation, we're going to do a giveaway. Okay? We're working out the details of what that is right now. We're going to do a giveaway, and I want you guys to stay tuned to us so you can be a part of what that is. There's so many things that we have coming. We've got some courses coming. We've got just a lot of different things. And I'm just excited that you even came. You spent this day with us this Monday. We're going to see you next Monday, 5:30 p.m. at Crafty Conversations. Remember, the #1 online place for a live crafty conversation about all things crafty, all things creative, and all things events. My name is Crystal. It was a pleasure spending this time with you. I'm going to see you guys next time.